So I think the most helpful thing is a brain dump. It's even more helpful than a morning dump. I can go through the day and not take a dump, but a brain dump, that is something that is very helpful to me. Just getting it all down. I'm Laura Bell Bundy.
And I'm Zarna Garg. Namaste.
And this is the Mom Thread, where we take on what's trending. It's our little corner of the internet where the two of us get together and we just break it all down. If you're a parent of any kind, you know that the biggest struggle is simply staying on top of everything, doing it all. There's so much going on that needs to be organized. And in the juggling of working full-time and also being a parent, I feel like I need an administrative assistant for just my own life. Zarna, what about you? You've got a busy career, you're on the road. How do you make it all work?
I don't. I drop balls all the time. And you know what? I get it is what it is. It is what it is. And I have an administrative assistant. I need one. Just to keep my life together, somewhat pieced together, I need, and luckily, you can hire virtual assistants who can work a few hours a week and help moms like you and me who have 50 commitments, literally 50 commitments a week.
I have to make lists of things in order to remember to do them. What I notice about myself is if I don't do it right now, I must write it down on a list because it will not get done because there are so many other things to think about. And I think we live in a society right now where we give people praise for doing versus being. And we've set up our lives so that they are so chaotic that we never stop doing. And it's a total distraction.
Okay, that's it. I don't want to hear anything about your new method of doing things. There's one thing that works with these kids, and that is staying on top of them, which thanks to you, my friend, I will now be able to do all night long.
Okay, so as we know from the cleaning episode, that I do love me some TikToks and Reels for helpful advice on doing things and handling the mental load. So I have gathered some reels here to see if any of these can help with the mental load of motherhood. So let's watch and let's decide whether or not we're going to keep or toss these methods.
You know you need a break, but you're too overwhelmed to take it. Here are 3 steps to break the cycle. Step 1, brain dump. Grab a notebook and a pen, write down all the tasks that are stressing you out. It takes that mental pressure off when it's time for a break. Step 2 is to get moving. This can be literal exercise or a change of scenery. And step 3 is to find accountability, to bring you back from your break and to help you make it a habit. This can be a friend, a coach, reminders on your phone, whatever works best for you. Send this to a friend who needs a break.
So I think the most helpful thing is a brain dump. It's even more helpful than a morning dump. I can go through the day and not take a dump, but a brain dump, that is something that is very helpful to me. Just getting it all down.
I literally had the opposite reaction. I was like, what is a brain dump? I don't even know what this is. But I do think moving helps. I do think walking and just getting some air and sunshine, which seems to not naturally be happening in my world, but just going out there and throwing myself out into the sunlight, even just standing in the middle of the street, like, sun, come and get me. And listening to all the energy around me seems to help me get going for sure.
Right. It's interesting. It's like, this particular reel is saying, here's stuff to do when you're overwhelmed. But
I think the brain dump would overwhelm me. Because if I actually saw a physical list of all that I need to do, I might get paralyzed by it.
All right, this one is sharing digital calendars with your family. I already hate it. Okay. I think sharing calendars with family is awesome. It means I told you so. I told you it was happening. Did you not look? But I think the digital part of it, that somehow overwhelms me as if I'm like a 75-year-old that doesn't know how to use their phone and internet. I'm old school. I like the big freaking calendar.
The big paper calendar. Oh, those are the best though. But can I tell you a story about a digital calendar?
Yes.
I have 3 kids, right? I have I have a 19-year-old, a 19, 16, and a 10-year-old. And my husband and I were going through a phase last year where like nothing physical was happening between us. So then we decided, we read a book about this, and you know what they say in the book? Schedule it. schedule the time in.
Oh no.
Yes, I completely forgot that my kids not only have access on to my calendar, but it pops up on all their devices so they know where they can find me at any time. In that moment where I was like, I'm going to solve this intimacy problem and there is a book out there for it and blah, blah. And I literally wrote sex in big words. And it flashed on all my kids' calendars, and within a minute, it's like, Mom, what is happening? But I still do believe in sharing calendars. I do think it's effective, but mentally, you gotta keep secrets from it.
You know, this is that 4-minute window. Wednesday afternoon, we have the whole house to ourselves.
Louis.
So parenthood, there's so many tasks. When your first kid is born, it's like, welcome to the juggle. And that's the name of this segment. This is Welcome to the Juggle, where we run through some of parents' most frustrating and never-ending to-dos. What do you think, Laura? What do you think of the juggle? Because you have younger kids than me.
I'm finding it's very difficult. And people really do underestimate the amount of work that parents do, and that parents actually make it look easy on the outside. And we glorify child rearing so much in this country. Like, it's so amazing to be a parent. Like,
but do you feel that in the last 2 years and so much information coming out about mental health and especially the stresses on moms, that today I feel less shame in saying I dropped a ball today than I did 3 years ago?
well, I don't know. Because my kid is 3.
True. But I do think that you've entered motherhood at a little bit of a better time because there's more awareness. At least people are talking about how much are we putting on women?
Yes.
How much are we putting on mothers?
Already had the longest day of my life, and oh look, it's only 10. How nice.
There's no coffee.
That's not funny.
I can give you herbal tea.
This is not an herbal tea morning. This is a coffee morning.
Every morning for you is a coffee morning.
Anyway, let's go through a list of some of the common tasks that we juggle. And let's try to rank them from worst to best, or maybe not so bad. Let's try to rank them a little bit. Number 1, making sure the kids stay on top of homework and the school calendar, midterms, parent-teacher conferences, school plays, all of it.
So I don't have to worry about midterms yet, and I don't have to worry about homework, and I don't have to worry about any of this. So this is not that big of a deal. But what I found really interesting is that the nursery school that my kid goes to, there's a list of things he has to bring. We've got show and tell coming up, and we've got this. And if I miss that email, if it gets lost in the shuffle, my kid is going to show up at show and tell without something. And that is really stressful to me. So I do find that those types of things I hate. And fortunately, I feel like my husband is way better at hey, remember this week.
Oh my God, that is the scare that fear lives inside my heart, because you're gonna drop some ball. But you know what gave me a little bit of relief? So my son was on a soccer team, and the moms were doing a rotating schedule of snacks. I guess the parents were doing, but it was mostly moms. Who are we kidding? I went crazy. I bought organic clementines. I peeled them. I made little pouches for everybody. I got cheese sticks. I got crackers, everything. At the end of that year, I got voted the worst snack mom of the year, because all the kids wanted was donuts. And I learned something with that experience. I stressed myself out so much. I could have just relaxed and bought the freaking donut. Okay, number 2, holiday planning, meal planning, gift buying, decorating, all the little accoutrements that go with every holiday. Think Halloween, think Christmas, think Thanksgiving. Oh my God, so much stress, and literally only the moms take it on. I cannot imagine a dad or a man going out of his mind thinking, are the Thanksgiving plates good?
Santa is a woman. You know what I mean? Don't get it twisted. Don't be under the illusion that Santa is a man, because Santa is a woman. I mean, the good thing that I would say, my husband is really good with kind of fishing out of my son, what he wants to be and stuff. But the holiday planning, meal planning, and gift buying, that might be the worst.
Worse. Me too. Agree. Last one, Laura. Being the disciplinarian. Who's the disciplinarian in your household, and how does it go? I'll tell you, in my home, no one's a disciplinarian. We've all given up.
I would say if we're talking disciplinarian. My husband is more of the disciplinarian, and I'm more of like the soft spot to land. But I think what I find tricky about the disciplining in general is the way to do it. And that's been like a head scratcher. You know, I think there are damaging ways to discipline, and I get scared about those.
So you just touched on something that's a very classic America versus the immigrant-y way of living. Because an immigrant parent is on autopilot, no to everything. No. Can I do? No. Can I eat? No. Because we just don't engage our brain cells too deeply into like, you find your passion, you find your... No, everybody learn math. It's helped us moms, us immigrant moms, keep our sanity a little bit, because I do think that the classic American parent is so burdened with having to help their kid find everything in their life, their passion, their happiness, their joy. The immigrant moms are like, no, you're alive, you're clean, you're good, we're good, learn math, do the science, and keep going. But I would say this one is not so bad for me, because unless it's something serious, I don't feel like I need to step in. They're gonna make their mistakes.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's how we learn.
He likes to butt things with his head.
How proud you must be.
Do you want to hop on the mom thread? Leave a comment below with your best topic ideas, and maybe we'll call you up for a chat. We haven't done it yet, but we might. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. Peace.